Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Nothing brings us together as people more than sports. Until the alien invasion comes, that is. On top of that, nothing makes better headlines than beautiful moments in sports. Whether it's children on the field, compassion between competitors, or even cameos by animals. These beautiful moments in sports are going to melt your heart. So grab a box of tissues, get comfortable, and let's watch the 10 most beautiful moments in sports. But before we get started, why not become an archivist today by clicking that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. If you end up enjoying this video, let us know by giving it a thumbs up, and in the comment section, tell us your favorite moment in sports history.
Number 10. No fighter left behind. Let's start out with this Sambo fighter. His name is Desisan Papao, and he's from Belarus. During this fight, he was up against Emil Gasimov, a fighter from Azerbaijan. Things went a little bit different than expected when Papao noticed that Gasimov couldn't get up. Victory may be sweet, but there's nothing quite as bitter as seeing your fellow opponent down once the fight is over. Sure, some choose to gloat, maybe walk away even, but not Papao. Instead, he took Gasimov on his shoulders and carried him out of the ring. Number 9. Danny the Goal King. Danny Vukovic, a Sydney FC goalkeeper, called out to the referee during a match. It was not because someone had fouled him, not because he needed to address something related to the state of the match, but because there had been a terrible accident. During the play, the ball had struck a gull that was flying over the field and it fell. Vukovic was not about to continue as if nothing happened and requested that the game be paused until he had carried the bird to safety. Needless to say, everyone, including that gull, ended that game with a massive crush on Vukovic. Number 8. The Olympic Spirit. There's something about the Olympics that kicks everything up a notch. For some, it's the intensity and competitiveness of the sport. For others, it's the spirit of companionship and love for the game. For Nikki Hamblin, a Kiwi athlete, it was the latter that led her to sacrifice her own race to help an American runner after she fell and injured herself, causing her to fall as well. Hamblin didn't think twice about it. She stood and helped D'Agostino to get her bearings, and once the race had ended, they embraced with tears of joy. Number 7. Khan got your tongue? Gusev's story is a total nightmare. A Dynamo football player, he's used to some rough play, but when he was accidentally hit by the goalkeeper upon attempting a goal, no one could have predicted what was about to happen next. Immediately, he was on the ground. He lost consciousness and swallowed his tongue. Things could have been over for him in minutes. But Haba Kunkava, a player on the opposing team, ran to him within seconds, quicker than the crowd could even figure out what had happened, and saved his life. Kunkava took it like a man, stepping away once Gusev was out of danger and being super humble about the fact that he had just saved a man's life. Number 6. More crying in baseball. If you ask me, baseball is one of the sports that isn't emotional enough. We need more crying in the batter's box. I think you'll agree after seeing Cal Ripken Jr.'s final appearance to the plate during a game against the Red Sox in 2001. The Orioles crowd went so crazy for him, continuing to cheer and thank him for his 21 seasons devoted to their home team. It was so much that the ovation drew him and me to tears. Number 5. The best way to reach the finish line. Megan Vogel is the person you want at your side when you have a problem. For real, if she is this good to her fellow opponents, she has to be the best friend in the world. See, athletes sometimes forget that they're showing the world not just their skills during a sports event, but also their integrity. And wow, did Vogel show us her true colors in the best way. During a race in the 3,200-meter finals, she carried her opponent Arden McMath across the finish line after a collapse. Vogel decided she wouldn't come in last place as a result, or rather that they both would. Number 4. Messi wins again. Listen, Messi is to winning like LeBron is to balding. They're doing it all the time. We love them for it, and they lift us up as human beings. One thing that Messi does better than many soccer players, though, is show humility. He saw a young Afghani fan wearing a plastic bag with the number 10 on it, resembling his jersey and home country, and he couldn't help himself. I mean, who could? The cuteness. He had to send him a real jersey, and little Martaza Amadi got a signed Barcelona jersey from his real-life hero. Number 3. Michael Jordan comes back. When our favorite athletes suddenly decide to switch sports, we get thrown off. You're a basketball player. You can't switch to baseball. You don't have the body. Well, that's what happened after Michael Jordan's father died in 1993. He had an epiphany and decided to retire from basketball to pursue baseball instead. We never did see him get in the game, but after the time he took away from sports, he came back better than ever in 1995. When Father's Day rolled around again, Michael made a big statement when he won his 4th NBA championship. Happy Father's Day, Mr. Jordan. This has been the most moving footage of a grown man sobbing that I've ever seen. Number 2. Olympic Dad. Derek Redmond, a British sprinter at the 1992 Olympic Games in Barcelona, had trained just as hard, if not harder, than the rest of them. It had been years of effort, long hours, and sacrifice. He was a crowd favorite and was likely to win gold in the 400-meter sprint. However, Redmond injured himself during a semifinal, a tragic end to a championship. Possibly one of the hardest moments in soccer history, on the night of an important Sudamerica Cup finals, only one of the teams was present. The match was never played, and the bleachers sang, drummed, and honored the guest team. Why? Well, the Colombian Atlético Nacional team and the Brazilian Chapecoense were set to have their match in the Colombian city of Medellin in November of 2016. Before flying, team members had uploaded videos of the players in a great mood and optimistic. One of the players had even received a gift from his wife, a positive pregnancy test. However, upon flying into the mountains of Colombia, just moments away from landing, the airport delayed them due to high traffic. The pilot had not refueled the plane enough and didn't declare an emergency landing out of fear of losing his license. Soon after, the plane crashed and almost every player died. On the night of the match, tens of thousands attended the stadium regardless. They dressed in white and green, the colors of both teams. They lit candles, they sang, and cheered to the team that had never made it. All remaining teams in the Cup requested that the Chapecoense team be honored with the title, which they were on December 5, 2016. Thanks for watching. All of these are great stories, showing many in sports have hearts of gold medals. Which one of these did you find most moving? Let us know in the comments section. Be sure to subscribe, click the Notify Me bell so you'll know right away when we upload a new video, and be sure to give this one a like.